Hey, how's it going? I'm just going to get this in a working state right now and then go and do a mission. On the roof here, I've already started putting in my don't get lost unit. So I've got, what is that? Compass, clock, GPS X, GPS Y, video. This key needs to turn on all the monitors. I want to put microcontrollers probably in under this thing. Into these like air conditioner thingamajigs. But I'm moving all the sensors and microcontrollers onto the roof for now so that I can integrate them into the mast when I get around to doing that. Right now, all I've got to do is put a fuel pump controller, I think. And I ended up swapping back over to the motors and a large generator. I just think that it's more stable. And I'd rather be burning fuel, just keeping that thing running while I'm not moving, so that I don't get those like lurches when you start going. And I've put a hatch in the room there. I don't know what you call this, hospital room, NPC room. I think the ladder will need to go on this side, but that's just, it might be temporary, it might be permanent. It's just to give me access to below deck to the engine room if I ever need to come down here while I'm using it. And then all the temporary stuff I'm just going to chuck on the back, because that's going to be like the way on and off. So just going to fill it up with things I may or may not need. I'm going to put a defib and some first aids out here. Spare flashlights, spare binoculars. Okay, I sort of went a bit crazy with this, but I don't want to like run out of something and then be trying to scramble to make it work. Because what I want to have happen here is that it's like, it's usable, I can just start using it, and then I can start adding the pieces once I'm using it and I figure out where I want doors and hatches to go. I can start adding them on later and it'll just be easier to do that. Right now I'm just adding some pipes for a firefighting hose. This is probably not going to stay here, but I don't want to be so dependent on fire extinguishers. If I can get away with using a hose, I will. I'm just being real lazy about this right now. I just want to do a mission. So up here I will have time, coordinates, and heading. I guess I need lights. Maybe just one light up there, and then there are lights in there, and there's no lights in the engine room. I need to be careful as well about where I put these. It might be easier to just chuck them along this wall section and just have it light up the whole area. Okay, does it float? Does it float? Right. It's too much weight, and it is actually floating pretty level, but there is too much weight in the back. And it's too heavy in general, so I've got weight blocks here in the back, which will level it out. We've got lights just on the side connected to this button, light up the engine room. Pumps connected to fluid anchors and hoses and buttons just so I can fight fires. And here we've got two lights now connected to a flip switch, and in the bridge we've got a flip switch connected to another light. I need to add a negative rocket booster or a lot of pivots. Oh wow, pivots did a pretty good job. What am I forgetting? There's no like bilge or anything. There's no way to get the water out if it goes inside. Let's just do quick and dirty. There you go, air manifold. We'll get rid of all the fluids. So I can turn it on. I won't know how fast I'm going or how much fuel I have. That'd be the only things I really need to add. Do I need to know how fast I'm going? Okay, I added a speed sensor on the roof there, and I just put in dials, so I've got a dial for my speed and a dial for my fuel. I think I can do a mission in this, right? Right? I'm pretty sure I can do a mission in this. Oh, there's no bed on here. I should put a bed so that I can skip time. I'm going to be a vampire today. Ka-chunk. Okay. Missions. There is... wind turbine engineers. That's pretty easy. I'm going to do that because it's mostly just going to be driving. The worst part about this system is waiting for it all to turn on. Ooh, some black smoke coming out there though. It's going to be, like, it'll want to roll because I haven't put any kind of anti-roll system in. There's no automatic stabilizer and no anti-roll. While it starts... God damn it. I've got disco lights because I changed them to HSV, but I left them on RGB, but I set them up for HSV. Do these work? They work. Okay, putting out fires, easy. The fuel pump probably works. Probably need a gate on here so I don't fall off accidentally. It is leaning a little bit as well, but it's not too bad. This will be a blue light. Yeah, it's a crime scene. And this should just be white. Oh, is this thing spinning? No. Oh, I should have put this door on the other way so it's real easy to close it. It's a bit of a pain to try and get under there to close it. Oh, we're off. It's silent, hey? It's just so quiet. Very slow. Actually, 20 knots? It's kind of slow. There is a lot of it underwater though. And this is working, so that's good. Oh, this is the old one. Oh well, it still works, it's just not the new one. The new one's better because it has the number heading, so I can actually figure out how north I'm going. How much north I'm going. This is kind of just hard to read. Actually, yeah, I don't really like having that up so high. So I need to get over to here though, which is 900 and 4,000. As long as I take it slow with my corners, it should be fine. Do you think I should add a modular engine just so I get a noise? Should I add like an old prefab engine and just run it at some stupid low RPS so it doesn't use any fuel? This is the kind of display you would want to have like weather readouts and like things that you need to look at once per day. You just need to go, okay, it's going to be rainy today. But it is nice having the view all the way around and with no monitors or anything, because it's all up here. Oh, what is this? This is a crate. Yes. I think those big waves from the meteorite impacts must have dislodged a lot of crates from wherever they were hiding and chucked them out into the ocean. Hey, wait a minute. I thought I got rid of that. I thought doing the electric was to solve that. Oh, man. Maybe the electric... The diesel steam electric is a waste of time then, if I can, or if I should just go diesel steam Yeah, I should just go diesel steam and figure out a better way to control the thrust. Because maybe it just needs some kind of function tied into a speed sensor. Oh, there it is. It's so foggy. I think it's max fog. I don't know if I connected my reversed thrust. Then you just try out here. Oh, I did. Wait, they look... Oh no. Will it work? Okay, phew, it's just the animation. So when you place down your fluid jets in mirror mode, the like reverse mode of the bucket gets all messed up from being mirrored. So you want to place them down like, oh my god, excuse me. It doesn't matter if you connect like your inverted fluid jets B input to your A output. That is fine, but the animation is messed up, so it is a good idea to just place down your fluid jets not in mirror mode at all. I also I want to get... God damn it. I want to try and figure out a proper microcontroller that can do all the fluid jet movements, because obviously in real life you can do a lot of crazy maneuvers with fluid jets, but I've never really seen anyone perfect it in Stormworks. But honestly, for like such a rushed, smushed together boat, that was amazingly easy to reverse it into here. Even with my bad driving. It looks so good as well. I mean, it looks good, but at the same time I wish I had built it slightly differently. Well, a lot differently. Now, what have we got? 2 engineers. Okay. 1, 2. Rebuilding this elevator could be really nice as a replacement add-on, because there's so many new blocks. I reckon you'd be able to make a really nice one with a lot of new building techniques and new blocks. And they both made it. Okay. Come inside. Here, you can each get your own seat. Fantastic. And we're off. It's so quiet. The furnace is the only thing that makes any sound, and you can only hear it in first person. It's kind of scary. I think I would like to add an engine just to make noise. I think I just go straight east. I should find it if I just... No, I need to go to the coordinates because it's so foggy I won't see it until I'm on it. 3,000, 4,000. So yeah, I'm already 2,000 too high. Or 200 too high. Need to go a little bit south. Look how much fuel I've used. Like 4 liters. I think it was a little bit more, but it's so slow. And I think it's... What's it doing? It's taking out like 0.3 or 0.4. It's like 0.3 fuel every couple of seconds. Because that's the valve turning off and on. What would be really cool is to have 3x3 windows the whole way around, and then put HUDs in front of them and connect them all to cameras facing out in those directions, and then have a button where you push infrared and all of them just turn into infrared cameras. Except you'd lose like your zoom ability, I think, because you'd just be looking at a display. Ooh. I'm heading right for it. That's crazy. I think I need to get on the other side. It looks like it's on the other side. That'll do. One, two. Man, it wasn't a very profitable job. I don't know if there's any crates in here either. Oh, what is this? Someone's lost their package? That's a hazard. Yeah, I'm not going up there though. It takes too long to ride those elevators. Okay, that was pretty easy. Pretty smooth sailing. I'm going to go over here now to this mission. The black and white boat requires servicing in the ocean because that is a towing mission. And that is like the whole point of this boat. It should be able to pull other boats. So we're just going to go east? No, we're going to go west. West? I'm going to try out my new bed. Get rid of the nighttime and hopefully the fog at the same time. New mission, but not the mission I'm going for. Yeah, getting rid of the fog was well worth it. Still got 260 minutes for that one, and then we've got another picnic boat over here that needs rescuing. I don't think that one needs towing, it probably just needs welding. And then I could go down to the riverboat, which I know this mission, it's usually a lot of people in a fire. Oh, and I don't have any equipment because I died all the time. But back here we have flashlight, binoculars, first aid. There it is. I think, probably. I need a way to make this boat faster, and I think the easy solution is more fluid jets. Do you think if I add 2 more fluid jets, does that double my speed because it doubles the output? Alright, what's the best course of action here? This is quite a nice looking boat, isn't it? It looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. I think I'll just stop in front of it. I should have put like a rope in the middle. It's gonna want to tow it funny because it's not going to be centered. Let's see, rope. Do I go? Can I go 2 ropes to that actually? Yeah. Can I get it? I don't want to jump over there. Oh, it's coming this way. Got it. I'm thinking I should be able to connect 1 rope to each winch, right? No? I thought you could only do... Man, the sea's getting pretty rough. I'll just go with 1 at the moment. I want to get going. It's really like bobbing a lot in the water, eh? So anyway, south. Need to go south. Yes. So what's the speed? 20... I basically not really lost any speed. It's fluctuating a little bit, but it's not enough to like care, I guess. It was going about 29 in calm seas without towing anything. Now we're in rough sea towing something. And it's just going for it. And the thing is, it's way more stable than a rib. It's got the pulling power and it doesn't care about the rough weather. But the fog's back, so that kind of sucks. What would be really helpful is a big like compass on the roof that actually spun and pointed north. Because then I would know which way I'm going in third person. I think it's only tilting because I've got the rope connected through one of the winches. If I had a rope on both corner of my rear of my boat connected to the center of the boat I'm towing, it wouldn't be tilting like this. Could also be the wind. This is so easy. So easy compared to a rib. I'm just going and it's not falling over or anything. The wind's not a problem. The ocean's not a problem. The fog is just annoying, but it's not really stopping me. Main reason I put the boiler, furnace, pistons, everything up towards the front is so that the boat wouldn't tilt back like this. And it's doing it anyway. I think it might be because there's less mass in the rear, so it's less buoyant in the rear. And also because of the fluid jets being kind of low, so they're trying to pivot the whole boat up. So if I bring the fluid jets up, then it shouldn't do this, but I think it's mostly fluid jets. I'll need to do another version where I'll need to rebuild this slightly, where I've got two sets of fluid jets up higher, closer to the middle, or closer to the waterline, I think. Not necessarily in line with the center of mass, but just in line with the waterline. I'm so off course. I'm going northeast now. I need to be going southwest. Oh, I can see the lighthouse. The lighthouse is kind of where I need to go. When I do my changes for this, because I'm going to have to move where the fluid jets are, add another set of fluid jets, and then I'll also add in, it's like a steering hold thing, so it stops it from going off course. If I leave it like this, it'll try and hold this heading, whatever this heading is. Like, it doesn't care, it's just wherever you leave it, it tries to stick to that heading. And it's when you start inputting A and D trying to turn, that resets whatever you're heading. It's basically a heading hold without specifying what the number is, because the number is specified by you just leaving it alone. I've spotted a crate. So I'm going to detour slightly, and I think I might take this opportunity of slowness to attach the ropes in a slightly different way and see if that's what's causing it to like go off course. Okay, stay here. Ooh, okay, disco. Disco mode, please. 9,000 is pretty good. I wish the deck were way higher so that it didn't like fall in the water so much. Now, anyway, I'm going to connect to here, the middle section, and I'm also going to try and get this other one connected. Come on. Come on. There we go. So now it's got two ropes. It should be more centered. And I'm very turned around now. I think what I'll do with the fluid jet changes is I'll have 2 fluid jets for turning and 2 fluid jets for pitch stabilization. It might be easier to keep them separate. I think this has actually made it worse because like one of those ropes is slightly tighter than the other one. I think I've used about 100 liters of fuel, maybe 200 liters of fuel. Been out here for a while. 200 liters probably every 40 minutes. This is actually kind of cool. Like, I'm just using the lighthouse and my map to try and figure out exactly where I am. And so far I've got pretty close to getting into the bay. A lot of missions expiring, which is good. Good cleanup. Get rid of all that extra crap. Delivered. Man, I feel like what you need for fluid jets is multiple clutches, and then you need to like engage and disengage your clutches so that you can do proper turning, because what happens when I want to turn here, I have to go forwards as well to enable the clutch. Whereas what you would want is like a turning clutch that bypasses the forwards clutch. So if you're turning, it engages. The thing is, if you would have to have a clutch on every fluid jet. Anyway, let's go grab this boat over here. They're all real cheap boats, but like the missions aren't paying out very well, but it's a good proof of concept for the tugboat. This feels like it's too easy. Like it's so calm to drive this. Pretty much every moment I was in the rib, I was just freaking out if it's like, is it going to hit a wave? Am I going to get spun out and flip and roll? What's going to go wrong? What's going to go wrong? And then you hop into this and it's just like, all you've got to do is correct the steering a little bit every now and then. And otherwise, it's just happy to go. It's just going for it. It's so different. I'm also going to turn the engine off here. Which means I probably need to turn off all my electronics so that the battery doesn't fully drain out. Go diving gear, underwater welder. I did it. $2,000. They really should add like a seizure friendly version of the welder that just doesn't flash. Because like, I'm not going to get a seizure, I don't think. I just hate it. It's just annoying. Why do you do that? So anyway, I'm going to sleep, get a new mission, since I can. Oh wow. Quarry dump truck. That is not... My tugboat is not going to be able to deal with a quarry dump truck. Beach buggy. Transport one passenger. Is that this? One passenger. To Holt Town. That's really far away for only $4,000. Lighthouse keeper. Blah, 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 blah. Fire. Where's the lighthouse? Oh, it's pretty far away though. 12,000. I wonder if I can even get there. I'm going to give it a go. An hour to get down the length of Sawyer, and probably it's like in the middle, in between Sawyer and the desert. But $12,000 is a pretty good payout. And we silently leave the crime scene. 20 knots. I wonder if we're not going full speed yet. We've got pressure. I feel like I just need more pistons. More pistons, bigger pistons. I make the tugboat bigger so that it can have more pistons and maybe a bigger flywheel, because I'm going to swap over to flywheels. Usually I use the small flywheel. Well, that's the only flywheel I've ever used for steam. But there's no reason why I can't use a medium-sized clutch, like a 3x3 clutch, and the bigger flywheel, which I think the mass jumps quite a lot. And if it's rotational mass that's keeping it going, maybe that's good? Or is it bad that you've got to push more mass to begin with? Oh, I see a lighthouse. That might be the lighthouse I'm looking for. Seems likely that the map's been exposed. I wonder if I'm going to have to take someone to a hospital. Closest hospital, depending how close the desert is, might be North Maya Outpost. Or I go to the fishing village, maybe? I wonder what happens if you use 2 boilers to make more steam. Like just more volume. If I had more volume going through the pistons, would I get more power? I think some of these islands can spawn crates as well. Binoculars. It's been a while since I've actually had to come to this lighthouse set of islands. There was only one mission, I think, which was like deliver the lighthouse keeper and his cargo or something. Also, yeah, it's not too deep in here. Get around to where the door is. That's probably good enough, as long as I'm not still going forwards. And this is where a hose will really shine. Assuming I can even get over there. Please, hose, extend. Take that, fire. So much easier than a fire extinguisher. Yes, so easy. Get a hose, don't get a fire extinguisher. Get a couple of hoses. Was that it? That was it. Didn't need to rescue anyone. Okay. Now I'm all the way down here though. Maybe I'll just sleep? Oh, as long as I turn everything off. But I'm gonna have to go back up north so that I can get away from all this desert crap. It's quite nice knowing that it's gonna automatically roll itself up right if I do anything too silly. You know what? There is some rocks which might have a treasure chest at it. And there's Mr. New Jersey's shipwreck, which also might have a chest at it. Maybe I should go diving. Oh, I don't have any diving lights or anything though. A camera would be really good that looks straight down and has a spotlight on it. So you could like visually see any wrecks or any rock formations. Should be nearly over top of it. -9 and 11. Wait, -9. Okay, it's somewhere over here. I am going to turn my boat off, put on the diving gear, grab a spear gun. Diving, spear gun ammo. Go and have a look for a treasure chest. Oh yeah, I'm right over top of it. Easy. Looking for treasure. Treasure! Ba-boom, boom, boom, boom. How does swimming work? I do not see any treasure. Oh, where's the treasure? No! There does not appear to be any treasure. Sometimes it's just floating around beside the wreck. No, I think we've been scammed. I think there is no treasure to be found here. Whoop. Okay, spear gun. Ammo. Well, I think that was a good test of the tugboat. Good proof of concept. I want to go back and add some more fluid jets and do some other tweaks, like get rid of the motors and just put it on straight steam power. But I think I'll stay out here and I can sleep on the boat and do some more missions and kind of work my way back up to North Harbour as I do missions. So yeah, it's turned out to be a really good boat. So thanks for watching, I'll see you later.